This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this Catalina Legacy Edition. It's a 2022 and the model number is 293 QBCK. This is a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So here we are. You have crank down regular scissor type stabilizers. You have an outside kitchen here with a griddle. Push these down. I can't do it with one hand, but you push those down and pull it out. If I look over here, that's a quick connect for the LP system, so you have to plug it in. It does come with a rubber LP hose. Okay. And some more storage here. This is the hose itself that I just told you about, the quick connect hose. One end goes to the back of the griddle. The other end goes to the quick connect underneath the trailer. Okay, you have a power awning with LED strips. This is a black tank flush here. The dump valves are on the other side of the trailer, but after you dump your black tank, like it says on this sticker here, leave the valve open. Then you can put the hose at the dump station right on here, turn it on, and it'll spray out the black tank, clean it out, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. So just make sure you leave the valve open before you turn the water on. That's the furnace vent there. This is your water heater here. Okay, so there's this switch here, this rocker switch right here. This controls the 110 AC heating element that's behind this cover here. So to turn that on, you're going to go like that. This obviously is a gas burner. The switch for that's inside. I'll show you that when we get inside. Well, first of all, to drain it, it takes 1 1/16" 6-point socket right here. Once you drain it, just always make sure that you refill it before you turn it on. That's important so you don't damage the heating element. Also, never work on it or pull the plug or anything like that while it's hot. Always wait for it to cool down first. Alright, so I'll show you the switch inside for that. This is cable and satellite through, some power if you want to put a TV out there. This is a vent for your range hood, so if you're going to be using the range hood fan, you reach up and there's a latch on each side, you pop the baffle free so it flaps freely. So when you're venting, you want that baffle flapping freely. When you're traveling or in storage, you can snap it shut. Okay? Alright, you get a hitch with this. So this is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. This has a solar panel, so you have your solar controller right here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can select the different functions. It'll tell you basically what kind of amperage you're getting from the sun, and it'll tell you the voltage of the system, that sort of thing. Okay. You have a deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks that are full. You have a power tongue jack with a hitch light on it. This right here is the kill switch for the battery. So if you need to shut the battery off, you can do that right there. Let me open this up here and take a look at what we've got here. Okay. So this is your dump hose here, and this is your 3/4 inch crank. That's a reducer to reduce your core down to a 20 amp. If you need to plug it in at home. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. This is your power cord right here. Your short cord. It's 30 amp and 30 feet long. Okay. Your valves are right here, black and gray. Remember, the black valve is toilet water, waste and water. And if you're going to use the black tank flush, always leave the valve open while you're flushing it. Low point drains right there. This is just a outdoor shower. This folds up we'll show you that when you pick up. But this folds up and it pins in the up position if you, or you can keep it down to strap a cooler or whatever you have to it. This is a spray port right here. So and there's the sprayer that comes with it. These are the two ways to get water to the trailer. The first one, the most common one, is the city water hookup right here. You just put the hose on there, turn it on, and you're all set. If you're camping someplace without city water, you're boondocking or whatever, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here. After you fill it, you can, when you get to the campsite, you can turn on the 12-volt pump, and it'll pump the water. All the plumbing will work as though you have city water. It'll just be pumping it from the tank. So we have two options there. This housing up here is telling us that it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit if you want to add one of those. Also, while we're looking at the roof, the manufacturer states every 90 days you should inspect the roof. So you're just looking for damage that could be caused by low branches or road debris. You're looking for cracking or separation in any of the sealant. If you see an issue, take care of it immediately. Odds are you won't have to do anything for years, but that's why you inspect it, just to make sure. It should be part of your regular maintenance. Okay. So, this is your panel here. Your awning. Here, let me see what we got going with the awning first. How far this is. Okay, that's good. So, you have your power awning. Let me see here. There's your light there, and power awning right there. Never leave it out unattended. The switch next to it is for your slide room. Okay. Your water pump. Remember I told you could pump water out of the fresh water tank? That's right there. You also use that to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas, you do it like so. Remember I told you there's a switch for the electric heating element in the lower left hand corner out there. That's to turn the element on and off, and this is to light it on gas. Never run it without water in it, okay? And then you have your levels here, the usual stuff. Alright, so you have a TV, of course. You have a radio here that has Bluetooth and AM FM radio. It has a USB drive on it, 2 speaker zones, so it has everything you need. Your fireplace, I don't know what he's got that on for at this moment, but the fireplace is a space heater, and so you can change the appearance of the fire. You can change the fan speed, that sort of thing, to you know, kick out as much heat as you want. And it's a great way to heat this room when it's not quite cold enough for the furnace. You just run this and it'll take the chill off. This is the remote for it right here, like so. So here it is right here. That's the intensity of it, right? LL is low for the fan speed, low. HH is high, so right now it's really kicking up the heat right now. Okay. Also you have color change. You can change the colors. Alright, and it has a timer on it, so you can set the timer. Okay. There we go. So it not only looks good, it's actually kicks out the heat. And that's, of course, for your TV there. Your keys are hanging right here. Okay, I don't know if he's got the gas turned on or not, so if not, I'll just talk you through it. But you've got 3 burners and 3 buttons, 3 knobs, and then the other one is, let me do this correctly here. Yeah, so he does have the gas on, so you just turn it on and then depress it like that and it lights. This one's for the oven. So the oven, the thing about the oven, there's a pilot light at the bottom all the way to the back. If you go to the picture of the pilot light and then you depress this, it will light, and when it lights, you hold it in for a few seconds to heat up the thermocouple, and then just go to whatever temperature you want. When you shut off the oven, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, so see what we got here. This, I believe, let me make sure before this, I believe, is for the refrigerator. Here, let me do it this way. Off. Yeah, so this is a good thing. You have a 12-volt refrigerator, right? You have a solar panel on the roof. So the reason we want to shut the refrigerator off when you have it in storage, because you always want to have your panel be charging your battery, for example. But if you run this refrigerator, it's going to use all the 12 volts, and you'll never be able to charge up your battery totally. So when you're in storage, you can just shut it off, and then all the energy you're getting from the sun is going into your battery for storage. So it's a really good feature. Not all of them have it, but this one does. It's a good thing. Let me turn it back on here. So you have a 12-volt DC refrigerator with a compressor. Always keep this like so in order to keep the doors from flying open. Your microwave is here. Your range hood fan is here, and light. Remember I told you about the baffle on the vent outside? You want to open it up if you're using the fan. You also have light here. Down here, this is the power converter. So this converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged into shore power, you have 110 AC circuit breakers here, right? And they're all labeled, just like you'd see at home. Then the power is converted to 12-volt DC over here. You got 12-volt fuses, and they're all labeled, right? After that, this also checks the battery and senses how much energy it needs, and it'll always send enough amps up to the front, the battery on the tongue I'm talking about. It sends enough amps up there to keep it charged when you're plugged in. So when you're going down the road, your tow vehicle's charging the battery. When you're plugged in, this is charging the battery, and the solar panel is always sending amps to the battery. Okay. Now this is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. It should always be green, like it is. If not, get it serviced. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, shut the appliances off, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, and figure out what's going on, okay? So that will detect carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas. Okay. Alrighty, so I showed you the refrigerator. This is a jackknife sofa. So this jackknife's flat, turn it into a bed. You can pull the poles out and set this table on these cleats going around it, and turn this into a bed. Your bathroom, you have a sink and a shower that work like any other sink and shower. This is a GFCI plug here, so keep in mind that if it's all the plugs are wired through a GFCI. So if you're using something outside and it pops, you're going to reset it here, for example. The toilet sits right over a black tank. There's a flush pedal there. So the thing is, you can't use it dry. So when you get to the campsite, you hook up your power and your water. Then you come in here, you put a dose of chemical in the bowl, and then you'll step on the pedal. Water will come swirling out, and you stand on that pedal till you put at least a gallon of water in the tank below, along with the chemical. That's how you run it. If you don't do that, if you run it dry, the smell will be terrible. Plus, it can get clogged up. So you don't run it dry. You always have to have chemical and at least a gallon of water in it. Okay. Thermostat works like any other thermostat, so it's all pretty self-evident. Your bunk room, you have 2 bunks here, another one here, and then this couch will turn into a 4th bunk. So you got plenty of sleeping area back here. You have a TV hook up here to put a TV, some storage. This is a emergency escape window, for example. You push it all the way through, then you grab a hold of this red tab and pull the screen out, and you can escape during an emergency. Okay, let me get this all the way in here. There we go. I'll pinch in the drape. Sorry about my camera work. Sometimes I'm all over the place here. So, okay. So heading forward, your bedroom is typical. I mean, there's nothing really unique. You have TV hookups here, plus a backer plate to mount a TV setup there. Another escape window, just like the other one. And you can pull the bed up and there's storage underneath also. Like so, okay? Alright, so I think that covers it. Let me look around, make sure. Okay. Yeah, I think that covers it. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 90 days, a couple times a summer. You're just protecting your investment, so make sure you have that done. And right now, the antifreeze has been purged from the system and replaced with fresh water. Your hot water tank is full with water, and the bypass valves are in the correct position for the summer. Just remember, if you drain it, you always refill it before you turn it on, okay? Excuse me. Thank you very much.